Hey there, blade lovers. This old sword is back with you. And we're back with Sitivien again. And I had gifted away the couple of Sitiviens I'd had previously. One was really nice, and one was a bit rough around the edges, shall we say. So I saw the quality and the company being kind of variable. I saw this one for a very good price on Amazon. It was 30 bucks, 29 and change. Click the box, get 5% off, but you still got to pay you don't pay your shipping with Amazon, but you do pay some taxes, at least in my state. Anyway, this is the Sitivien ST131. ST131, and I'll verify that, yeah. The numbers, I don't remember that easily. Names are easier. And there's no name for this one. So what do we have here? Got a 3.54 inch blade, so they say, but we'll measure it all up shortly. Have a steel handle. Have a deep carry clip, only on the right side. Got button head screws, but we've got a clip that's recessed into the scale. This one is in JG10. There is a black G10 as well. Got a pretty nice, I'd call it a satin finish, although I can't see any lines, but it's kind of satiny in appearance. Here is your moniker, and yes, it's a D2 knife. For 30 bucks. Sometimes you can get a stainless, but not always. Got some excellent jimping here, very short run, but it really grabs you, even a little bit towards the sharp side, but kind of nail file-ish, you know. Why they put that little divot in there, I don't know. I think it's just some kind of style point, as is the fuller with the holes. But that fuller, as you'll see in a moment, comes in handy. Look at that drop shut on it. It's really smooth. You can middle finger flick it open, and I'm going to back up just a little bit. You can't fail it. I've tried. It's got a really nice stiff detent, but does not take very much pressure. Just breaks beautifully. Nicely tuned. Got a big old lanyard hole there that is kind of incorporated into the backspacer. Very short backspacer, looks like black G10. And we do have some lightning holes. Not lightning like thunder and lightning, but lightening, skeletonizing in the steel liners. And we've got a pretty substantial thickness to the liner. And we got a lockup of about 30%, somewhere around there. But very smooth action. On what I would have to assume is bearings. Got a lock pin there, lockup pin. See if we can find out a little more here. Just based on the smoothness, I'm going to say bearings. There are some washer mounted knives that are pretty close to this smoothness. I think one of them is the Justice by Kaiser. Extremely smooth. But let's break out the tape measure and take a look. See what we got for 30 bucks. Alright, so 8 1/4 inches overall, with a blade of, yeah, they were right, about 3.54, close to 3.6. Cutting edge, about the same. Pretty identical. 3.54, we'll call that. Handle thickness, 0.64, not the skinniest thing going, but it is contoured. And 0.12 on the blade stock. In millimeters, 3.1 millimeters. And the weight, it's going to be a little on the heavy side because it is not titanium, obviously. It is steel. And yes, we got 5.18 ounces. All right, so for the size, it's going to feel a little heavy to you, but it's got an exquisite action, and the ergos, you can see the domed contoured handle, pretty evenly contoured. You can see through the JG10, obviously, into some of the inner workings there. That is a groove. No, it's a bump. Oh yeah, you can barely see it on the G10, but yeah, these are 3 little bumps in varying sizes and kind of a welt, kind of a reverse fuller on both sides of the handle. I thought I was seeing through into something inside, but I wasn't. And if you're careful, you can put your finger forward there on the guard, aka flipper tab. The jimping on the flipper tab is very grabby, and it's fairly muted. Angles forward, easily flips open. Very nice. And it's a full-size handle with maybe a little more than a ½ inch left over. I can lay my thumb flat on the top should I want to, or I can back up, and it's very grabby, as I said. If you happen to get your thumb into that little divot there, it won't hurt you. It's not sharp, but it is kind of unusual. Again, I think it's there for style points. Somehow I don't see it serving any useful function. It's not going to allow you to wave it open. But anyway, it is what it is. Now, for comparison, here is the Sencut Sidious that I got a while ago, $40 for this one. And I think this one is in 9CR18 MOV. Very light by comparison, but it is a steel frame with steel hardware and a steel clip, just like the ST131. And we got the Tangram Orion, a Dirk Pinkerton design, much smaller knife. So both of these are significantly smaller than the ST131, but I just put them out there for price comparison. This guy's still $22 on Amazon. 440C steel, or is it? It's a Kudo. So basically, it's Japanese Akudo, which is a very high quality 440 steel, I'm told. But again, smaller knife. But if you want a small EDC, I mean, this is the bee's knees, as they used to say. That's a cool knife. Again, Dirk Pinkerton design. Great little Warney. He based a lot of his other designs on that one. And then I got the CH knife here. It is I'm going to give you, it's a D2 knife, but more for size comparison. It's the 3507. I bet you just couldn't wait for that number, right? That's all I got. But this was an inexpensive knife on White Mountain that I picked up a while ago. It's only available in titanium and M390 now for $160, but if you like the knife, it's out there in that configuration. But I think this is coming in around $40 or so. Not an expensive knife, but well made, drop shut, all that good kind of stuff, and it is also a D2 knife. Close in size to the ST131, slightly longer. And if you like Tontos, it's got a nice Tonto point. So we'll take another look around here. Again, the clip will not transfer. You do have the option, though, of thumbing it out with the fuller, middle finger flicking it out, or just using the old flipper tab. It's a comfortable knife. That wider handle dimension doesn't really factor in the hand for sure. In fact, it helps. While at the same time, it really doesn't create a bulge in the pocket unless you really need an extra thin knife for like dress carry or something like that. So Sitivien's doing a great job for 30 bucks. I mean, the fidget factor alone is almost worth it, It's a nice little knife. I'll leave you the link, the Amazon link. That's the only place I've found it. You may find Sitivien on White Mountain. If this one is out there, I will include that link as well. But I did purchase this from Amazon. Got it in the same day, which is nice if you're an anxious knife buyer. But there you go. That is the Sitivien ST131, a very nice steel-handled D2 liner lock. If you need a beater or EDC that is really well built and smooth, this might be the one for you. So take care. Don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe. I'll be back with you soon.